Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us this evening. New details tonight into a death investigation in Myakka City. Detectives now calling a teen's death a tragic accident.
Deputies were called to Albritton Road around 9 p.m. last night in Myakka City after reports of a gunshot. When they arrived, they found 15-year-old Wyatt Hall with a gunshot wound. Investigators say the teen was outside with friends shooting some animals that were getting into the trash when he accidentally shot himself. The victim then went inside and told his parents what had happened. EMS crews tried to revive Hall, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. The investigation continues. A Northport High School student is arrested after police say he threatened to harm other students. Last night, police received several tips that a student was making threats on social media. The student allegedly threatened to hurt several students at a bus stop. Police say they looked into it and arrested the teen responsible. This is the second threat Northport High School has had in 1 week. Last Friday, the school was evacuated after a bomb threat was discovered on a bathroom wall. Police say each situation must be fully investigated.
You know, whether it's somebody writes on a bathroom stall or they make a Facebook post, we're not going to be put in a situation where we saw some information and didn't act upon it, and then something actually does happen. So we have to treat it all like it is the real deal.
Similar situations involving social media threats have happened at multiple schools across the Suncoast in recent months.
As budget cuts in Sarasota County continue, SCAT services are having to make a cut as well. But some riders fear what those changes will do to their services. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley joins us now with when we can expect those changes to come. Christopher?
Well, good evening. SCAT has been directed by Sarasota County commissioners to look into cutting nearly $1 million out of next year's budget. So officials are looking at eliminating some routes with low ridership. Now, while that may seem like a good idea as a cost saver, it is a challenge for even the few people who do ride those routes. Specifically, Route 13, which runs from Venice to South Venice. That route has an estimated ridership of about 60 or so per day. But for even those 60, the possibility of this cut could mean a big headache for them.
The public transportation population is a very disadvantaged population, and it has no representation. And from what I've seen in the commission meetings, there's very little empathy, if any, among the commissioners for the situation that public transportation riders face.
Now, for their part, Sarasota County commissioners have been meeting with a private company to see exactly how SCAT could be run more efficiently, even perhaps run by a private company someday. No official decisions have yet been made on what routes may be cut. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Christopher, thank you so much. With hurricane season now 17 weeks away, if you're counting, Sarasota County is getting some tips on how to better respond to storms like Hurricane Irma. After months of research, former FEMA Director Craig Fugate met with county stakeholders today to share the draft of his Hurricane Irma after-action review. He suggests the county make evacuation zones more clear. Don't use letters and numbers to indicate who should evacuate. Instead, the community should be told which keys and neighborhoods are in danger. Also, Fugate suggests making all shelters pet-friendly, and instead of opening shelters as they're needed, open all of the shelters immediately and then close them if they're not needed.
We'd open up a couple of shelters, they'd fill up. Now we got to go back and tell people other shelters are opening up. Yet they only heard the first message, and you got people showing up, shelter's already full. Now where do I go?
What Fugate presented today is just a draft of the post-Hurricane Irma review. The final proposal will be made to county commissioners on March 14th. Well, it's all eyes on the Big Top tonight as Circus Sarasota kicks off its 2018 performance debut. The show will take place less than an hour from now at the Big Top behind the UTC Mall.
ABC 7's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan is there now and gives us a look at all the excitement. How is it out there, Bob?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's here, the circus, right here at Sarasota Circus Arts Conservatory. And the CEO, the founder, the president, Pedro Reyes. Pedro, what a pleasure it is to talk to you tonight.
Thank you.
We got a lot going on here tonight.
Absolutely. This is opening night. We have a sensational show. We have a show that's packed with energy. Flying trapeze, tightrope, hand balance, juggling, equestrians. I mean, The tightrope that we booked this year, I'd never seen them before, and what they do on the wire will just totally blow you away.
So we got some tightrope walking, we got some trapeze, we've got jugglers too, I understand.
Unbelievable. Chris Kramer from Switzerland. I mean, we've been wanting to book him for a long time. He's finally gotten here. He had 3 standing ovations last night at dress rehearsal.
And those guys are circus people, so they know how what a good performance
Absolutely.
is. And so now tell us a little bit about this monitor. We've been seeing ourselves on it. This thing is incredible.
Yeah, we invested the money. Actually, we bought it with our trip to Washington, D.C. This big top that you're in was on the National Mall.
Smithsonian, right?
Yeah, we partnered with the Smithsonian Folklife Festival, and it's a great way to get our message out to the audience.
Right.
And plus, for advertising, sponsors, it's a great investment.
And you enhance the experience, I understand, right?
Absolutely.
Is that what it's all about, right?
Totally, totally. You know, honestly, we have about a 68% return audience. People coming to this big top to see the show, and they are just wowed because all the acts we bring in have the wow factor.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the most important thing.
That's what you need, exactly.
Absolutely.
And I tell you what, Pedro, you know, if people don't know it, they're just moving here, this is their first time here. The circus, this is where it is, right here along the Suncoast.
Sure, absolutely. This is Circus Capital.
That's why it's a big deal.
Circus Capital of the world, and our website, circusarts.org. You can purchase your tickets there. We are sold out tonight. We're almost sold out this whole weekend. There's a few tickets left, and I'm telling you, if you haven't been to Circus Sarasota before, come and see the show. You'll never, ever not come back.
And I've been back every year, Pedro. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We have a guest ringmaster tonight. The hat, it's not me, it's Linda Carson. She'll be there. Beautiful weather, a few spotty showers. It's going to stay pretty nice over the weekend. We'll have your weekend weather forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you so much, Bob. 3 candidates are fighting to represent District 72 in the Florida House, and that election is now getting national attention. Democrat Margaret Good, Republican James Buchanan, and Libertarian Allison Foxall are all fighting for Alex Miller's seat in the state house after the lawmaker resigned in August. Now state and national politicians are stepping in. Former U.S. Vice President Joe Biden announcing his endorsement for Good. Florida Governor Rick Scott and U.S. Senator Marco Rubio say they endorse Buchanan. And local newspaper The Observer announcing its support and endorsement for Foxall. Sarasota County Supervisor of Elections Ron Turner says that brings a lot of attention to this election.
These special elections take on a certain type of focus because it's the only ones that are occurring before you get to the regularly scheduled election.
If Margaret Good is able to pull off a victory, I think you'll probably see certainly statewide, but maybe even some national coverage.
Even after Election Day, the attention on House District 72 seat is far from over. The winner will only serve a 9-month term and will not catch a break, before the general election in November.
Tax season is underway, meaning it's time to get started on your tax returns. And while you may be feeling stressed about it, ABC 7's Marla Spence shows us how to make the process easier and an organization that's lending a helping hand.
Tax season is in full swing. If you plan to file your own taxes this year, you're not alone. About 33% of Americans file their own taxes yearly. If you plan to be a part of that percentage, there are a few ways to make the tax filing process easy. First, make sure you know the filing deadline, which is April 17th. Filing before that date will help you avoid any penalties for filing late or not filing at all. Also, review last year's returns. Taking a look at that information could make this year easier. Last year's returns will have all Social Security numbers for dependents and employer ID numbers, so you don't have to go into that filing cabinet or briefcase. One last thing, make sure to double and triple check your return. Any mistake can cause you a big headache and could possibly lead you to receiving the wrong refund. If you don't want the weighty responsibility of filing your taxes on your own, United Way Suncoast and the Manatee Community Action Agency is lending a helping hand this season. They are doing taxes for free of charge for anyone who made less than $66,000 last year. There are about 22 locations across Manatee and Sarasota counties, and all you need to do is bring last year's return, your Social Security card, a photo ID, and of course, your W-2s and tax statements. You can find a list of all those locations on our website, www.mysuncoastnews.com. I'm Marla Spence reporting for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Marla. Still to come in your Suncoast News, Venice High School's champions in the spotlight. A look at the awards being added to the school's repertoire.
Plus, a Super Bowl champion to make an appearance on the Suncoast. The details of a meet and greet with fans coming up.
Mark Zupan, part of the U.S. Paralympic rugby team. In my game, movement is everything. I get frustrated when my move is blocked, especially when that guy has no right to be there, even just for a minute. I love a challenge, but I don't like to play this game every day.
A message from United Spinal Association.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It's Greek time! February 8th through the 11th at the 34th Annual St. Barbara Greek Festival. Bring your family and friends. Treat yourself to authentic Greek home cooking and pastries. Plus, dance to traditional Greek music. Visit a marketplace filled with crafts and jewelry from local artisans. Children will enjoy the kids zone and everyone will have a good time. Bring your appetites and spend a day in Greece without leaving the area. The Greek Festival at St. Barbara Greek Orthodox Church just north of University Parkway, where Lockwood and Talevast roads meet. Yasu!
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
I just had a very educational ride with Nina.
Did you learn anything?
Where do I begin? So all this stuff goes into a safety check.
Yep.
It's a long list.
It's important stuff.
Test the smoke detector.
Yep.
Check the breaker box.
Yep.
Meter the GFCIs.
Ground fault circuit interrupters.
Well, I knew that.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Nina, you make it look easy.
Thanks, but don't do it yourself.
Who's your guy?
The Venice High School Indians showing off their school spirit today, celebrating state champion wins by both the football and girls volleyball team. Just take a look. The school and champion teams were awarded the 13th annual Max Prep Football and Volleyball Tour of Champions Trophy by the Army National Guard. This award is given to only 50 football teams across the United States and to only 10 volleyball teams nationally.
I hope those band members are okay. That was something. And speaking of Venice High champs, how about a Super Bowl champion? Philadelphia Eagles tight end Trey Burton will be back in Venice on next Tuesday, February 13th at Bogey's Restaurant. The Venice High grad holding a meet and greet to thank the Suncoast community for all the support he's received. That event will take place from 7 until 9 at Bogey's Restaurant on East Venice Avenue.
Boy, I tell you, all sorts of celebrations going on out there in Venice.
Just a few people I think will turn out to say hi to Trey. He's got a lot of fans in this area for sure.
Well, stay with us. Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert weather forecast live from Circus Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, They gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Serving part-time as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment to get an edge in the civilian world. Learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you at NationalGuard.com.
Well, let's check back in with ABC 7's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Live at the Big Top tonight at Circus Sarasota. Hi, Bob.
Hi, I can't wait. The performance tonight, 7 o'clock. Linda Carson, the guest ringmaster. We have Stephanie Webb tomorrow. We have Ray Collins as well over the weekend on Sunday. AJ Silver, new act here for the event. AJ, what do you do?
I'm paying tribute to the Wild West shows I used to tour with the early circuses in America. Trick roping, whip cracking, high energy act.
I always like that whip cracking too, and also the lassoing as well.
Yeah, trick roping, you know, when you think of trick roping, you think of Will Rogers, you know, famous American.
Right.
Not an easy skill to learn, you know, just like...
And I heard you over talking into the photographer about how you started. You actually saw a performance and you went into it, right?
Yeah, when I was a little boy, I saw the rodeo at Madison Square Garden and I saw trick riding. And I said, that's what I want to do. I actually started my career as an acrobat on horses, trick riding.
Is that right? You got to dream big. Show us a little bit before we get into the weather real quick. Here's AJ Silver right now. He'll take us into the weather as I explain what's going on. Look how good that is right there. All right. And here's what's happening with our weather. Casey Key showing some clouds around. Satellite and radar showing some clouds around right now. And the clouds are bringing a light shower here and there, but not a lot. The upper level winds continue to feed right over the top of us. And he's still going at it. He's pretty good, too. He's got it right around the top of him there. Satellite and radar picture showing some rain well to the north, too. And that rain is going to stay basically to the north. That's the heavy rain that you see there and moderate rain. We're going to see a brief shower here and there, but not a lot expected over the weekend. Your day planner looks good tomorrow. We'll see some sunshine occasionally, maybe some fog in the morning. High temperature still above average at 80 degrees. And as far as the Good Morning the Sun goes, you'll see that on Monday. Stephanie Webb will be here, and so will Ray Collins, as I mentioned. Saturday, Stephanie, and Sunday, Ray Collins. And as far as the Futurecast goes, not much going on for us here tomorrow. As I mentioned, maybe some sea fog out there for Meredith, so keep that in mind. But we're not expecting any widespread concentrated rainfall. As I said, a brief shower, not out of the question. 76 right now. The sun is set, the dew point 66, and the high today was 84 degrees. The low was warm too, 84, well above average, 2 degrees shy of a record, by the way. 76 currently at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. It's 79 in Sebring and Wauchula at 79. Cortez at 72. A bit cooler near the water, but the water temperature warming up too at 69 degrees. Tomorrow looks good, doesn't it? A bit warm for this time of year, but still not bad. Satellite and radar imagery showing a system moving through the Great Lakes and throughout the upper Midwest. causing some snow earlier today, causing schools to close in Toledo and Detroit and places to the north near South Bend. And that snow is starting to wind down. But guess what? There's another system heading in, and will be there on Sunday. As more snow is anticipated, there's still some warnings across parts of southern portions of Michigan, northern Indiana, and into Illinois. Well, the future Euro forecast is calling for a lot of clouds and showers to the north of us, into Georgia, into the panhandle of Florida, stretching off to the northeast, but not much going on here. The only downside will be the potential for some fog over the upcoming nights, all the way through mainly Tuesday of next week. Well, patchy fog tonight possible, winds out of the southeast, turning to the south at 5 to 10 knots, and seas running 2 feet or less. So pretty good boating weather out there. Water temperature at 77 degrees. The water temperature, 68-degree water temperature, 77 for a forecast. Partly cloudy, 65, and some patchy fog. And as far as the forecast goes for the next 7 days, here it is. We will see temperatures warming into the low 80s all the way through the next 7 days. He got me. Get him off the show. He's had enough. AJ, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Come see the circus.
That's right.
You won't regret it.
You won't. It's going to be around for a while, too. Go to our website or Circus Arts Conservatory for tickets. Back to you guys.
All right. Great job out there, Bob. Thanks so much. And Linda Carson is going to have more on the other acts that will be performing this weekend in Circus Sarasota right after this.
First out the door when it matters most. For more than a decade, he's been right there, everywhere. And when American jobs are on the line, he leads the charge. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast, and we thank you.
My name is Stephen Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been arrested in the state of Florida, the state attorney's office is already working on your prosecution. It's time to work on your defense. So give us a call. We've got your back.
Everyone likes the 2018 Honda Civic for $169 a month. You made Civic the best-selling compact car in America. You'll like Civic's 5-star safety ratings and that KBB.com named Civic a best buy and the most awarded car. Get the 2018 Civic at a payment you'll love. $169 a month today at your local Honda dealer.
Honda, I like it. Oh yeah, I like it. It's time to take a road trip.
Alabama's got 100 road trips, and some of the best are music to your ears, like the Alabama Music Hall of Fame. Or head over to Muscle Shoals and Fame Studios. Are you a star yet?
My mama thinks so.
Or, if that's your stomach I hear grumbling, our barbecue is almost a religious experience. Food good here? Best in the country. Alabama's got 100 road trips.
Which one you gonna take?
All right, crew, let's get started. All right.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Please join us in welcoming the 2 newest additions to the Lincoln lineup, our flagship luxury sedan, the 2018 Lincoln Continental, and the totally redesigned 2018 Lincoln Navigator, featuring 450 horsepower, 10-speed transmission, and many best-in-class features. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment, every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
On this opening night of Circus Sarasota, co-founder Dolly Jacobs has received a letter of recognition from Princess Stephanie of the Royal Family of Monaco, which is home of the International Circus Festival.
ABC 7's Linda Carson gives us a preview of the show.
I'm thrilled to blow the whistle as the opening night guest ringmaster for Ovation, Circus Sarasota's 2018 show featuring some of the top circus performers in the world.
Several of the artists that are presented in this year's Circus Sarasota have won medals at the festival in Monaco, the International Circus Festival. And so there's hand balancing, there's the pinnacle of all circus, the flying trapeze. You know, the circus is somewhere that's going to make you laugh and be inspired and feel emotional all at the same time.
Circus Sarasota attracts top artists because Dolly and Pedro are known and respected all over the circus world. And since Sarasota is the U.S. home of the circus, performers from all over want to bring their acts here. Clown Jimmy Volko is from Italy. He comes from 11 generations of circus performers. He was here 10 years ago.
I interrupt the show and I say, I'm back. What you doing? And I bring some new number, what we already not do it last time. Everything, and I involve many the public with my gags, a kind of traditional clown in the modern way.
His comedy is universal. His antics make people around the world laugh.
I do an act while I'm sitting in the pool and I meet a shark. So I make another number or I'm looking for a musician, a concerto. And there are no musicians, so the people can help me with, and then we play with balloon with the children.
Kirill Revkovitz is from Russia, but he's lived in Bradenton since he was 10. He performs Rolo Bolo all over the world, but this is the first time ever he's performed on his own home turf.
There might be a lot of people who I know who might come see the show, so I'm gonna know a lot of people who's gonna see the show, so it's like extra special for me for sure to be here and performing here. Actually, I've never done it before, which is kind of crazy. I would probably should have done it before by now, but it's my first time being here, so I'm really proud to be here for sure.
He spends his life working in world-class circuses, and he says Circus Sarasota is one of the best.
We got everything from really impressive skills to comedy acts, to animal acts. We pretty much got it all. Everybody should be happy living this tent.
And he's got an invitation for you.
Come see us at Circus Sarasota. I'll see you there.
The show only lasts 3 weeks. Don't miss it. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And Scott, you know what's so great about Circus Sarasota? You are literally on the edge of your seat throughout all the acts. You just never know what's going to come.
And the tent is small enough that you were really close to all the acts, too.
And you can see
My daughter got to see it last night. They invited a lot of the Sailor Circus performers to see the dress rehearsal last night, and she gave it rave reviews.
Great, great, awesome. Well, I'm sure a lot of people will be heading out there, and we also have that ABC 7 special going on, too.
Yeah, so take advantage of that this weekend if you can. World News Tonight with David Muir is coming up next.
We'll see you again at 11. Have a good night and a great weekend.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hi, I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Webb. Florida is one of the worst states in the country for car accidents, so we're focusing on some of the worst trouble spots here along the Suncoast.
We'll take a look at the most dangerous local intersections Monday on Good Morning Suncoast. John?
So we're looking at a change in our weather pattern as we head into the week ahead. We'll talk about that bright and early Monday morning.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
My California Closets designer is a rock star. She was able to design the most beautiful space for me. When I turn the lights on, it's breathtaking. La! It's just a little slice of organized heaven. The California Closet team was so professional, so reliable. It was seriously a dream come true. My name is Jill, and this is my California Closet story.
Every week on Animal Outtakes, it's a new animal adventure. We visit Octagon Wildlife Sanctuary, a refuge for hundreds of animals. We'll find out what it takes to run a facility like this. And
we love our bears and we hope to continue it in his honor.
Can our pets experience loss? And how can we help them cope? Join us this week on ABC 7.